Play for Washington organization, Nationals. I want to go into your brand, bro. And into your brand, you have something that's called Heart Has No Limits. That's damn exciting. What's the spark behind that name?
Really, I mean, it was just something for me. Me and my sister came up with it. It was once I got to LSU that I wanted to get something that meant something to me on my ribs, and we came up with probably like 12 or 15 sayings, and got it down to Heart Has No Limit.
Yeah.
Did it, and then once I got the opportunity to wear an 8 at LSU, Jeff Marks wanted to come out and do a story on me. It's going to first be about like 8 parts, just about my life, and then we brought up Heart Has No Limit that I had on my ribs, and he's like, you know what, I think the whole story needs to kind of be about that, and pretty much what it is just kind of being the underdog or kind of being overlooked because of, in my case, my size. You know, in sports, there's always, you're not fast enough, you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, it's this and that, and I think there's just not enough people that look at, you know, how hard is somebody going to work. You know, you got all these really talented people, but they're not going to work that hard. They've had it handed to them their whole life. But then you got a bunch of kids that are, you know, maybe not nearly as talented and gifted.
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
And they're going to go out there and just, you know, work their butts off and going to give you everything they got. So it's pretty much just saying, you know, one of the other sayings is, why not me? It's got to be somebody.
That's
so
what I love. Yeah.
Why not me?
Yeah.
So.
And with that too, Cole, that's why I want to dive in, bro. When you talked about it, it gave me chills. Just saying your story. So let's let everyone know exactly the position you was around 10th, 11th grade year of high school.
Yeah, I didn't have any place to go play baseball. You know, I was being told, "Oh, Cole, you're so good at this, you're so good at that." You know,
and now you have a shot, so you're playing at the highest level.
Yeah, I mean, it was something in my mind. I think this was obviously a good thing that I never really understood how small I was, and I didn't really care and at the time. But I mean, now looking back at pictures, I'm like, oh damn.
So what size were you, Cole, coming out of high school?
Coming out of high school, I was about 5'7", 145. Freshman year of high school, I was about 5'1", 97 pounds.
So how many offers did you have, bro, coming out of high school?
None. I had one.
And you went on to play LSU, though?
Yeah, I had one at like Spring Hill, but I mean,
wow,
great school, just not a baseball school, and wasn't, you know, kind of where I wanted to end up at, and so I had to call in a favor to one of my coaches. It got me a look at Delgado, and then the rest is history.
So my thing is too, and I feel like this be the big ticket right here. Like, what sums up what transpired in your mind, Cole, from high school, bro, to where you are now? Like, from having no offers to playing for, you know, the Washington Nationals organization.
Yeah, I mean, my mindset honestly hasn't changed. The only thing is I've earned a little bit more respect. But I mean,
and how'd you do that? That's the thing. I feel like it's so important about this interview because the way you think, bro. As long as we've been training within the last month, you made some results faster than anybody I've ever trained. But what makes you tick? What makes you really, you know, separate yourself? Like
proving people wrong. I mean, and not in a disrespectful way to that person that is, you know, maybe doubting me, but like that's what's got me going my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I want to do all this for my family just because they've given up so much of their time to me and my sister with traveling, bringing us everywhere. And I mean, they love it just as much as me, but proving people wrong is by far the thing that sticks in my head. You know, when we're on our third set over there and I'm starting to kind of waver a little bit, I start picking those things out that I heard from this person, it kind of starts pushing me a little bit further. So, I mean, that's by far the.
I want to make a quick note too, bro. That's why I feel like I connect with you so well, because when you read that sign you walk in, it says what? What's the front? The sign. What it says when you come in?
I'm not parking the back.
You park in the back. You exclusive. He exclusive. I forgot. He go on the back. But it says dogs only, bro.
Oh
and like with that, I feel like
it's
before you unravel that dog, it starts within, and you got that. You got. That's why your story's separate. It's gonna separate you. So to finish up, because I feel like I got the brand, but let me ask you. Let me say this. Just the last thing.
1 minute.
All right, perfect. So one thing I want to say this to a lot of people who realize Cole is playing for the Washington Nationals organization. This is the first time in his life he ever really locked in on the all-season training program. And the potential you had before you came in here and what I see now, let me know what this has done for you.
I mean, just like when we were out on the field yesterday, just teaching me how to kind of use my arms.
Yeah.
I mean, before I got to AB, honestly, they said, hey, go faster. I just tried to go faster. I didn't, really know how to do it.
Don't take much for you to go fast.
But, I mean, in the last month, just especially the stabilization with everything we're doing full body. And then, I mean, honestly, I'm feeling like I'm being taught how to run correctly for the first time. And that's what I'm more excited about is just kind of see how that plays out in the whole season and, taking bags and how agile it can be, getting back to bags and stuff like that. So I'm for sure excited about it.
My dog for life. Dogs only, man. That's all.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.